Did you mean Isle of Skye? Did you mean Carboast? Did you mean Glenkinchie? For other uses, see Midlothian. Did you mean East Lothian? Did you mean Invresk? White Craig redirects here. Did you mean Musselburgh? Showing results for Ballysileachn. Hi. Thanks for coming. And thanks for the Bally Town Hall for hosting this conference. And to Wireman for sponsoring the beer and pizza. We looking forward to meeting you all later. Okay, I want to talk to you about making whiskey. Does everyone here like whiskey? The quandaries around the 3-year minimum aging in Scotch whiskies mar innovation and literally block newcomers in the market from establishing a grain hold. We don't have the culture, or the estate, or the heirloom grasses. We have the tenacity and flexibility of being new, but that won't see us through 3 harvests. Clayton Christensen wants us to succeed, innovate and disrupt, but that won't see us through 3 harvests. Ardhasker Azeotrope are excited to launch the Tri-Style engine, a machine that temporarily accelerates the wood aging process tenfold, bringing a minimum age drink to you in 3 months, not 3 years. Our customers enjoy a relaxing drink, and we can analyze and exchange standardized pot still phenolic quantities. But the world is having trouble with the jumps we're making. Why? We think the Tri-Style engine disrupts homeostasis, but isn't against it. Claude Bernard says, the constancy of the internal environment is the condition for a free and independent life. We don't disagree, although detractors say our work perverts this condition. But when it's switched on, the Tri-Style engine is a closed system and is internally stable, regardless of any disparities between the inside of the engine and the out. It's like a thermos. And we sync our engine, via open source API, to the clock of the long now, at 300% speed. It's a physical cross rhythm. The contents of the engine fire into the future, relative to its surroundings, but resolve inside and out with an underpinning akin to sub-Saharan traditional musics. So Ardhasker Tri-Style 3 months is a drink for a place that's something like in between the time just beyond now and the past. It's for the wooden-floored bus with the mobile hotspot built in, or the farm that's managed remotely using harvest analytics. With your help, we feel like that place could be Ballysileachn. With your help. Ardhasker togetherness with Azeotrope disruption. So, yeah. And all the specialised distillery workers in Ballysileachn here today. Our idea is simple. We give you a miniature USB device that transmits GNR, time and air quality information back to Azeotrope. You go to work. When we spot that you're in range of an uncollaborated still, your device will beep. Click the top once. Your information will be sent to an Elance farm, where contract workers will look through the window of your distillery on the many Falcon Watcher webcams available online. If your boss is looking away, the device will beep twice. If you hear 2 beeps, pour some of the Ardhasker still whiskey into your still. Remember to carry this whiskey in your flask receptacle. We've ionized the aluminium material of the flask in order to preserve the vapor pressure of the liquid within. We've seen trace markings that this works. However, you're testing this at scale. Pour the whiskey into your still and click the top of your device again. This will send an email via Azeotrope to the Elance farm, where a worker will tag your still as a partially collaborated still. Each flask of whiskey adds 6.12% to this value, 1/10 the boiling point of chloroform. An Azeotrope, our namesake, is a mixture of 2 liquids that are mixed to the point that they cannot be unentangled by distillation. If you try, it simply vaporizes proportionately. By working together to add or tri-still liquid to all batches of single malt specialty whiskey in Scotland, you're creating a totally new collaboration. A 1 1/3 malt whiskey. 1.33333333. The number goes on endlessly, as our favourite things do. And we think of this as an azeotropic revolution, unentangleable. If all whiskey is partly sped up, the rules on aging become ignorable, and we've always liked ignoring the rules. But we don't want to run ragged over the existing infrastructure here in Ballysileachn. We all know the history of this place. In 1891, the Lathrop University began an aggressive program of innovation in the chemical sciences. This program was overseen by Leland Terman, a management psychologist and progenitor to the school of René Girard. Terman's policies of mimetic isolation called for Ballysileachn to be cut off from the world in order to prosper, guided by ecological and cultural precedents, the beautiful, endemic species of the Galapagos, and the editorial perfection of pot stills in the remote isles as examples. Trade and trans-city routes were severed. Students and faculty were chosen for their intellectual temerity and their propensity for solitariness. All recreational and communal facilities were designed to orient interactions towards measurable goals. A man-made reef, 1 fathom underwater, was erected within the water border of Ballysileachn. in order to wreck incoming and outgoing ships. Tarman wanted to create a fruitful nowhere, dreaming of an eventual landless, stateless, unharnessed zone of innovation. And such states need a drink. A social recreational underpinning that defines the inside from the out. A communal machine for building an internally stable culture with, and for, people who like each other and share measurable and meaningful goals that can be bet on and exchanged, and that make us happy. Can't Ardhasker Azeotrope try still 3 months be that drink? Please.